this morning, authorities are investigating an overnight shooting that sent one person to the hospital.
It happened at a convenience store on Glenwood Road around 3 o'clock this morning. That's in DeKalb County. No word yet on the person's condition or what led up to the shooting. We're going to continue to update you as soon as we learn more.
Also new this morning, police in southwest Atlanta are investigating a shooting on McDaniel Street. Officers responded to the area around 1 o'clock this morning. Police say one person was shot and taken to the hospital, but officers haven't said if anyone was arrested or if the search is still on for the shooter. Now to a news alert for you out of Marietta.
Yeah, that's where a search is on for a teen driver charged with vehicular homicide in connection with a fatal September crash. Police say 18-year-old Keandre Robinson crossed into oncoming traffic on Powder Springs Street near Laurel Springs Lane and hit a pickup truck head-on, killing 32-year-old Santiago Zarate Vicente and injuring two of his passengers.
Investigators say Robinson was on drugs at the time. Anyone with information about that crash or where Robinson could be should contact Marietta police.
In Rome, two people are behind bars after police found a body that was wrapped in blankets. The body was found near Hull and Cedar Avenue. 23-year-old Malachi Amaziah Taylor faces charges including fleeing or attempting to elude, reckless driving, felony murder, and concealing a death. 25-year-old Rolanda Monique Edwards is charged with being party to a crime and concealing a death.
A former Athens-Clarke County police officer has been indicted on charges of producing child sexual abuse material and creating bestiality images. Investigators started looking into her after someone related to two minors reported concerns to the Commerce Police Department. According to prosecutors, investigators found child sexual abuse material on Ferguson's phone and later uncovered sexual images involving animals. If convicted, she faces 15 years in federal prison.
Developing now, a data center debate in DeKalb County.
Now, some people living there are fighting a proposed center for Ellenwood, citing health and environmental concerns as county leaders consider new restrictions for the structures. Good Day's Mark Teichner is live in Decatur with more on this controversy. Good morning, Mark.
Yeah, big controversy for these board members that they're going to have to settle once and for all. You've got this one specific data center that folks are fighting against, and then you've got the issue of what to do with these things in the long term. Dozens of DeKalb County residents chant in opposition to a proposed 1 million square foot data center slated for the Ellenwood community.
I'm against it.
Data centers use enormous amounts of energy. Residents worry the massive site could damage the environment, disproportionately impact the minority community and surrounding neighborhoods.
The hazards that comes with them, like water, electricity, power generators. I don't think it needs to be in our near our residential areas.
DeKalb commissioners are considering a special land use permit on 95 acres between Loveless Place and Pineview Trail, not far from Boulder Crest Park and a neighborhood.
It adds no value to the community at all, and in fact, it takes away.
As the county considers the proposed Ellenwood Center, it's put a moratorium in place on new data center applications. This as the board decides the fate of an ordinance that would establish new regulations, including land use, architecture, noise, and maintenance. That ordinance is scheduled for a vote next week. Some activists say it wouldn't go far enough.
The regulations, the way they're being written, are not enforceable. There's no one to enforce them. There are no sanctions, penalties, or remedies.
Tonight there's another town hall, this one specifically dealing with that proposed ordinance. It will take place in South DeKalb. It starts at 6, and we have the address for you on fox5atlanta.com. Reporting live from Decatur, I'm Mark Teichner for Good Day Atlanta.
Yeah, something people definitely care about. Mark, thank you. New this morning, a Democrat has pulled off an upset victory in a special election in a historically Republican Georgia State House district.
Based on the final unofficial returns, Eric Gisler, seen on the left here, is the projected winner over Republican Matt Guest for the House District 121, which covers the Athens area. He's a resident of Watkinsville, campaigned on improving health care, increasing affordability, and reinventing Georgia's surplus funds.
The race was held to replace Republican Marcus Widor, who was in the seat since 2018, but resigned in the middle of his term to focus on business interests.
After months of going back and forth, District Attorney Fonnie Willis will appear before a state Senate committee investigating alleged misconduct during the Fulton County election interference case. She was taken off the investigation following the revelation of her romantic relationship with Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade. Willis's attorney, former Governor Roy Barnes, maintains the investigation is politically motivated. Willis is due to appear before the state Senate Special Committee next Wednesday.
It's 8:07 now, and we're about to find out whether the Federal Reserve is going to cut interest rates.
Yeah, the markets expect a small cut, while President Trump has been calling for aggressive action. Fox's Doug Luzader has more this morning from Washington.
Well, President Trump has been pressing the Fed for rate cuts for a while now, hoping to boost the economy. But the Fed shares some of the same concerns as voters about the potential for rising inflation.
President Trump with his signature dance moves closing last night's rally in Pennsylvania. We'll see if he's still celebrating later today after the Federal Reserve weighs in on interest rates.
You got to get the rates down, you schmuck, you know?
The president talked about the potential cuts last night and berated Fed Chair Jerome Powell for not cutting rates more aggressively. But Powell has been worried about rising prices, essentially the reason for last night's rally in the first place.
And I have no higher priority than making America affordable again. That's what we're going to do.
Trump hoping to regain ground on the economy in what is expected to be a key issue in next year's midterms. And he blamed Democrats for huge price spikes during the Biden administration.
Democrats talking about affordability is like Bonnie and Clyde preaching about public safety.
Donald Trump had the unmitigated gall yesterday to rate the economy an A+.
Democrats, though, blame Trump's policies, especially tariffs, for rising prices. That is part of the balancing act for the Fed today, trying to figure out where prices are heading in the months ahead. And in the meantime, last night's rally may be just the first of many.
I think we're going to be seeing a lot of President Trump in the next year on the road campaigning and also talking about the economy.
And the president's chief of staff, Susie Wiles, just said in a podcast this week that Trump is going to campaign like it's 2024 again. In Washington, Doug Luzader, Fox News.
Happening tomorrow, lawmakers on Capitol Hill are expected to vote on competing health care proposals as Affordable Care Act subsidies near expiration at the end of the year. Democrats want to extend the subsidies for 3 more years. Republican lawmakers want to let the subsidies expire, floating several alternative options, including expanding health care savings accounts.
You ought to come up with a way in which you can deliver the benefit to the patients and not to the insurance companies, and that you shouldn't have hardworking Americans subsidizing affluent people. Our members have decided that we're going to vote on a Crapo-Cassidy proposal, which does the things that I mentioned. It actually does make health insurance premiums more affordable. It drives down, according to the Congressional Budget Office, premiums by double-digit levels. It delivers the benefit directly to the patient, not to the insurance company.
Meanwhile, Democratic leader Chuck Schumer has called the Republican plan phony, saying the GOP bill will be dead on arrival.
The Education Department says it reached a deal with the state of Missouri to end the Saving on a Valuable Education, or the SAVE plan, which has been suspended since February. Missouri and several other states, including Texas, sued President Joe Biden's administration in 2023 over this plan, which aimed to cancel debt for hundreds of thousands of borrowers. The Education Department says once the deal is signed by a judge, it will no longer accept applications for the plan, and all 7 million SAVE borrowers must find a new repayment plan.